All right, it is your boy, my floating, tuning back in with you guys for the CannaPost Daily podcast.
You said about that.
Today, I was kind of just reading, along some of my cannabis news that I like to stay informed up on, just because I'm so passionate about, cannabis and the effects and, the lifestyle and, everything about it pretty much just kind of like intrigues me. But something that I think is going to be pretty interesting, which other countries around the world have started to kind of do, but one really close to home is actually about to kind of like up the ante. So we all know Canada legalized on a, full 100% base from one end of Canada to the other end of Canada. They're the first on the, northern, what is it, the North America soil, you know what I'm saying, that actually legalized completely as far as marijuana goes, or cannabis, whatever you want to call it. Now let's get down to Mexico, though. Mexico is in the process right now of not only trying to legalize marijuana or cannabis, whatever you want to. We're adults here. Let's just get that out of the way, all right? We're adults. But Mexico is trying to decriminalize cannabis, right? And in the process of decriminalizing cannabis, they are also basically setting up a plan to like reform the policies for all drugs. Like they're trying to decriminalize all drugs altogether, and basically take away the prison, chances or aspect of that whole situation. Because we all know, if you're not a functioning addict of some, of some vice of choice, whatever that may be, you probably need help, not prison. You know what I'm saying? So that's part of their little situation as well, is instead of giving people prison time, you'll have to have supervised detox time, which I think is great. I think it's a very interesting way to approach, the whole drug reform situation, and, kind of just give people their lives back in a way. Like people don't got to live under rocks because they have a problem anymore. They can kind of come out and freely get help with maybe less scrutiny, less, I don't know, just judgment in general. So I think it's a very interesting plan of attack on, just taking down drugs and period. Like the whole war on drugs, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think this is a very interesting approach because if we've seen in other countries that have went fully legal on all drugs, they kind of see the same situation that Colorado, let's just use Colorado because I have, I'm from here, a little biased, whatever. But if you look at Colorado's like arrest numbers and just like crime numbers in general, from the time that we legalized marijuana till today, there is a drop. You know what I'm saying? There was a decrease in arrests and, like just drug related problems, period. When you take away that need for people to kind of like hide it and be suspicious and all that nonsense, you kind of just like let that person be themselves again. They're not looking over their shoulders trying to figure out, who's watching them and stuff. You know what I'm saying? So it's a very interesting approach, if you ask me. I think that it's gonna work. I don't know how you feel about it. You let me know. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of why I got on here, did this little bonus podcast situation, because I'm curious, man. What do you think about this? I think it's a very interesting approach. Like I said again, it's a very interesting approach to the whole situation, and I just think that maybe we should take heed of it, you know what I'm saying, in the United States, and maybe kind of push for something similar. Um, I'm just saying, like that would free, like if we did something like this, like I think we would have a lot better outcome of like getting people, off of the drugs that we don't want them, or not even that we don't want them on, that they know they shouldn't be on, that they know that they want off of, but, it has a hold of them. You know what I'm saying? Like if we were offering more help instead of just like, punishing and punishing and punishing and, you know what I'm saying, not trying to get to the root of why this person is having this problem, like, it'd be dope, bro. Like we need to get to the root of these issues, man. Like let's help people fix their problems and why they go to these harmful drugs and stuff. I think it's super dope. And then in the process, obviously legalizing cannabis and, giving people alternatives to, the harmful pharmaceutical medicines and stuff, and allowing people to, freely choose to use cannabis as a source of medication all on their own. You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't have to sit there again and go to the black market situation and feel like a criminal to try to feel better, So I think that's a very interesting like approach to the whole situation. I was just reading it, and it caught my attention, man. I just felt like I needed to like give this to you guys to think about and ponder on, and let's have a conversation about this. What do you feel about this? Like, how does this make you feel? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I'm trying to really figure out is, how does this make you feel? Because to me, like, it opens up my eyes a little bit to the possibility that, the legalization of one, cannabis on a federal level in the United States is very possible and around the corner, because not only did our brothers and sisters to the north of us do it, but our brothers and sisters to the south of us are trying to figure it out too, and will probably beat us to the punch. So, and the fact that we kind of like started the whole epidemic, here in Colorado, and, not necessarily, we give credit where credit's due, Amsterdam and, Cali and everybody, but we were the ones that like really establish a real industry and show numbers and, you know what I'm saying, really push for like a full industry. And for us not to be further along in like the legalization on a federal level, the legalization just in every state, period, like we should have been the first ones to do a lot of the things that are happening right now. That's all I gotta say. Colorado did approve for you to be able to use mushrooms. They decriminalize. It's still illegal to sell or grow your magical mushrooms, but you can use them now. We're trying. Colorado's definitely trying. We're putting in the work, trying to open up the minds and the perceptions, change the perceptions of a lot of the people who still kind of feel like we need to be putting so much time and effort into the war on drugs, when in reality, like I said in the beginning of this, we should probably be putting less effort and time on trying to create and keep a war going, and just put that time and energy into resources to allow the people who want help to get it. You know what I'm saying? I think that's a way better approach and a way better like situation for all parties involved at that point. You know what I mean? Like, if you're trying to help people become better, productive members of society and get them back to a place where they're, productive again, why would you not want to just give them the help? Putting someone in, like, we it's been proven, like, we all know going to prison does not make you a better person. It makes you a better criminal. It's very rare that somebody comes out of the prison system the way that it's set up in the United States and is actually in a position of reform and actually, learn something and change their ways. A lot of the time it just creates more angry, smart, wittier, you know what I'm saying, criminals. So yeah, it's a very interesting approach, man. I'm gonna keep saying it. Like, I think we all need to kind of like push towards something like this in the United States. Like, this is lit. I really, really like that idea, bro. I'm like sitting here like, man, I need something to smoke on and ponder on this, man. You know what I'm saying? I need, bro. This is something this is a conversation right here. That I will continue to kind of keep having with other people, continue to, kind of bring up in random situations just to get people's opinion on it, because I'm very curious, like, like literally, it's just like with your kids, man. Like, I have kids, and part of, being a parent is trying to keep your kid guided in the right direction, right? And part of that, situation of being a parent and, having kids and trying to teach them is, how do you best approach, the whole, drugs or sex or, any of these really tough issues, you know what I'm saying? Without kind of like trying to give them enough information with that won't make them curious, but give them enough information that it takes the curiosity away. Does that make sense? Like, this is a situation of that, like, where it's almost like if you take the excitement away of doing drugs and, like, that feeling of like, hey man, I'm doing something bad. I'm doing something real bad. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, take that away, and I guarantee you people will, the ones that are just doing it because, you know what I'm saying, because they feel like it or want to, they'll stop. they'll find something else to do because they're that feeling of like, yeah, I'm doing something bad isn't there anymore. You know what I'm saying? The people who have real problems and are really addicted, you'll be able to pinpoint those people. You'll be able to really like help these people, man. Like that's what I'm trying to get at. Like this is dope because you can actually help people if it's done right, obviously. But the whole idea, the concept of this is so dope, man. And for it to be so close to home, I think is just a testament to like where the world is kind of shifting and things are kind of going. We're kind of getting into a situation or a place, if you ask me, where you can actually ask for help. You know what I'm saying? Or at least the people in power are realizing that we need to offer more help. You know, and I feel like that's a very good first step. Period. You know, you got to start somewhere. You can sit there and be like, I want the whole field of flowers, but you know, you can't pick the whole field of flowers until you start with the very first one at your feet. You know what I'm saying? So I think this is a good start to something very great. Again, if done right, and proper, and the right backing and support financially and stuff is there. This will be, I think, something that it will literally kind of start a trend for other countries. So yeah, man, I just had to get on here and just kind of and let y'all know how I felt about this one, man. Like this one was interesting to me. I read it and I was like, oh, I gotta talk to my peoples on this one. This is some CannaPost daily material right here. And yeah, so here we are. I love you guys. I don't really have anything else to say. It was a very small, short article. I just had a lot of, thoughts that just kind of popped in my mind all at once, and I needed to talk to somebody about it. So I came to you guys. So yeah, I want to take this time too, like always, we got to thank the sponsors, the people who are making this possible. We got the Clear concentrates, the Clear CBD, bonsai cultivation. I appreciate all you guys. Dope Weed Girls, check them out on Instagram. And of course, your boy My High Flow, and always smoking, never choking, but continuously toking. Tuning back in and out for another one of them CannaPost daily bangers. You know what I'm saying? It's your cannabis news given to you weekly, even though we're CannaPost daily. But if you do want some daily dose of us, just go follow. Just go follow us on all platforms. Well, not all of them because we don't have all of them. But Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and Podbean. You can find us on all 4 of those platforms at CannaPost Daily. Again, CannaPost Daily, your daily cannabis news given to you weekly. Unless you need a daily dose of us, go follow us on all those platforms. Like I just said, CannaPost Daily. And yeah, man, I'm signing in, I'm signing out, and I'll catch y'all in the next one. Be ready too. We got an interview coming. I'm doing an interview this week actually with a man by the name of Cameron Ned. He is a phenomenal person, if you ask me. I really enjoy his energy. I enjoy, his endeavors that he's taking on right now. I enjoy watching him move. He's an athlete, plays on the Olympic USA Denver team. Yeah, man, he's a really interesting individual to kind of know and get to know. So yeah, we got some stuff of him. We got some stuff with him this week that will come out on Friday. That's when that interview will drop. And basically we'll be talking about, cannabis, health, and incorporating cannabis into like a healthy lifestyle, whether you're an average Joe or the unless you're an average Joe or a top performing athlete. He will kind of be elaborating on how he is kind of taking a, different approach than your average trainers or, health gurus and whatnot. And he's incorporated cannabis into all the stuff he does, whether it's just working out and just trying to be healthier, or like I said, top athlete, gotta go to work to you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, bruh. Like, you know what I'm saying. But anyways, I love you guys. There is no me without you. If there's anything that you want us to do, to cover, you got some questions for us, you got a product you want us to review, let me know. Hit me up at cannapostdaily.com, or not .com, cannapostdaily@gmail.com, or you can go ahead and just DM us on Instagram or Facebook, again at CannaPost Daily. And yeah, man, I'll see you guys on the next one. But yeah, I love you. There is no me without you. And always remember to live your life high, honest, intelligent, genuine, and humble. Look yourself in the mirror and be like, yeah, I'm looking real good, because confidence is key. And I'll see you guys on the next episode. Peace.